Ha! That was my good friend Macaulay Culkin. He was just here, but now he's gone away to get some beer. Anyways, welcome one and all to a brand new episode of Adventures in Game Chasing. Yar. Today, well, all the stores were closing early, so I didn't get any games, but what's this? Gifts aplenty? Could any be for me? There's a card. Why not? For the pirate, Santa. That's Santa, always a thoughtful bloke. Well, I guess I should start with this one. Oh, awesome! PlayStation 1 games. We've got Rugrats, Search for Reptar. Now this game I really liked when I was a kid. I even took my parents out to buy this game for me. And, they were really wondering what a 10-year-old was interested in with a game about babies. And they were like, isn't that a little young for you? And I answered, no, Mom! Fuck you, Mom! I want Rugrats, Mom! And that eventually got me Rugrats for Christmas that year. 1998. It was 20 years ago now. Ooh. There also seems to be Spider-Man 2, Enter Electro, the sequel of the first Activision Spider-Man game. Now this game is really good, I like it. It's not as good or as fresh as the first one, but it's still pretty good, and this one is made by Vicarious Visions, not Neversoft like the first game. Which is okay, but yeah. Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. More Marvel villains, more comedy, some deleted content. Look it up online. There's some stuff that's deleted from this game following the World Trade Center event of 9/11. You originally fought on the World Trade Center against Electro at the game's finale, and that was cut because obviously sensitivity and stuff. So yeah, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro for the PlayStation. Really good game, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection. I'm not gonna open this one just yet, but I'll go with this big boy here. There's something to be said about opening presents. I mean, somebody took a lot of time to wrap this up, but it's really nice to just be able to rip and tear. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's cathartic. Christmas is cathartic. Ooh, some games for the Nintendo Wii. Some first-party Nintendo games for the Nintendo Wii. I'll go with the least known of the two. A hidden gem, Sin and Punishment's Star Successor, which is one of the sequels of Sin and Punishment series, I believe. It's a rail shooter akin to Panzer Dragoon. It's really fun and, yeah, a fun game to have in your collection. And, now this I'm really happy with, because I have the Super Nintendo and I have the NES version, but now I have the Wii version of Punch-Out! Punch-Out is an update of the boxing games of Nintendo starring Little Mac. And this one is no exception. A lot of returning boxers from the previous games, including Glass Joe, Von Kaiser, Bear Hugger, but also new stereotypes to be added to the list, like Disco Kid. Look it up online. And if you guys are at all sensitive about stereotypes, maybe these aren't the games for you, but they're making fun of everything, every kind of stereotype that is out there in terms of masculinity. So, it's a fun game, but is it a game that's ready for 2018? Here at Adventures in Game Chasing, we ask all the good questions. Anyways, Punch-Out for the Wii. Really happy with this one. Looking back for my little green bag. Let's see what I got here. Ooh, some Super Nintendo strategy games. Oh my. Let's see what I got here. Let's start with War 3010, The Revolution, which is a space real-time strategy game for the Super Nintendo. It's kind of weird, it's kind of hardcore, and you really gotta be okay with slow battles. But I do enjoy it once in a while, but it's not my favorite space fighting simulator. And also got Uncharted Waters, which is a role-playing hybrid with some RTS elements. It's a little weird. Again, a little slow, but once you get started, once you know how, the game literally throws you in waters without really knowing where to go, what to do. So this game is, I guess, it's fun in that kind of make your own adventure kind of thing, because you have to figure out everything on your own. It can be a little daunting for some, but yeah, good game. Oh, this one is a little heavy. I wonder what this is. Oh, wrapped multiple times because the paper is sort of transparent. So whoever wrapped this, I'm assuming Santa wrapped this. But yeah, no, really, who buys transparent, like, who sells transparent Christmas paper? Unless you're, like, putting things in a box. Like, my grandfather, that's what he used to do. He would put things in, like, random boxes. I would get video games, but they'd be hidden in boxes and boxes and boxes, and then I was always thinking my grandfather was giving me, like, a Black & Decker Power Saw. It was actually a video game, or a pair of pajamas, something like that. But it's a running gag in the old pirate family where Grandpa used to give things in boxes. Okay, got a bunch of games here for PS3, GameCube, and Xbox. Let's start with the PS3. Let's see. Okay, this is the kind of game that you like receiving, maybe not buying yourself, but yeah, no. Iron Man 2 for the PlayStation 3 by Sega. This was when the Marvel Phase 1 movies were coming out. They pretty much each add their own video games, and something I do miss about the Marvel movies is their video game adaptations. This one is not terrible. The first one I think is slightly better. I also kind of really like the Captain America one. That's kind of like an Arkham City ripoff. That was fun. But yeah, no, that's one thing the Marvel movies haven't done lately, is have a really cool video game that isn't Lego-based. About their movie universe, and no, iOS games sort of don't count. I got, also in there, God of War Saga. Now, God of War Saga is really fun because it has God of War 1, 2, and 3, as well as Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta, the last two being downloadable content, but the first three games, 1, 2, 3, are on actual discs, so this is kind of like a really fun set to have. For the price that Santa paid for it, really happy to have it in my collection. For GameCube, now, an odd choice, but nonetheless, another Sega game, Phantasy Star Online Episode 3, Card Revolution. Now, this is an odd one to find, simply because I don't know if the servers are still active. That's the thing with a lot of these old online games. Are the servers active? I might try to boot this up, but I don't know how far I'll get with playing online. But take to the battlefield online or offline. PSO can be played either offline or online. Oh, okay, well that's cool. That's something that older games have against new games. I mean, can you imagine playing Sea of Thieves or Fallout 76 offline? Maybe it would have given those games a little bit more of lifetime, you know? I mean, Christ, being half price a month after your release, that's hardcore. And finally, for Xbox, Silent Hill 4, The Room. Because no Christmas is complete with deep, deep psychological horror. But yes, this is another game in the Silent Hill series. It is not based on the Tommy Wiseau film, although horrible things happen, and some of the voice acting is kind of out there. No, this is more a game about a guy stuck in his apartment, a Japanese-type apartment, which means that it's super small, even though it's not necessarily in Japan. Or maybe, I don't know. But yeah, no. It's kind of scary. It's, again, Silent Hill 2 is my personal favorite, but it's everybody's favorite, and this one is kind of really good. It's kind of up there in terms of Silent Hilliness. Alright, let's do this one here. This one is all neatly packaged. It looks really important. Let's see what it is. Now we're talking, Santa. Now we're talking. This is Gargoyle Quest 2 for the NES, which is the sequel of Gargoyle's Quest, the prequel of Demon's Crest, which is one of my favorite Super Nintendo titles that I've yet to snag, and is a spin-off of the Ghosts and Goblins Ghost and Ghoul series, wherein Firebrand, one of the enemies in the game, has his own adventures. And this one is kind of a pricey one. Thank you, Santa! Thank you! And thank you for throwing in a dust cover. We always like these. And finally, we have this big box there. And I'm wondering if Santa is going to be cool enough to give Mr. Bargain Pirate a nice PlayStation Classic. Let's find out. The pirate loves the big boxes. Okay, so it's not a PlayStation Classic, but this still looks pretty cool. Starlink, the Battle for Atlas, from Ubisoft, and since this is a Nintendo Switch version, look at this! I get to ride the R-Wing and Starfox. Apparently there's some exclusive missions, and these look super exciting. And look, it's got like a bunch of stuff, and it's one of those Toys to Life things. I'm not sure how well this thing is going to be successful. I did see some of the toys from this in the store already a bit half price. It seems a lot of companies are misfiring, like with the PlayStation Classic going on sale for Christmas already, after not even a month. Starlink already on sale. A lot of these companies are making these gadgets when it should be about the games. I think honestly, if Nintendo and Sony and everybody just released actual versions of their classic consoles, but on cartridge. For example, if Nintendo had a NES Classic, a SNES Classic, a 64 Classic on a Switch cartridge, and they just released them like 80 bucks, like or 50 bucks US or whatever. Like if they released them same physical price as the physical thing if they want, or just the regular $79.99 Canadian, $59.99 US as a cartridge base, well, yeah, that'd be really cool. Apparently, it's the closest thing to getting a new Star Fox game, so I will try it. Anyways, look at this. 12 games. The 12 games of Christmas. I smell a concept. You know, I should have done maybe one of these a day, and I could have had all that YouTube revenue. Oh well, but that's it. That's it for this holiday special of the Bargain Pirates Adventures in Game Chasing TM. That's the full title on IMDb. Go check it out. It's not really, but whatever. But yeah, no, thank you very much once again for being with me for this whole year. I started in January of 2018, going on adventures in game chasing, and so far the reception's been okay. I mean, obviously it's not going to be the most popular show, it's kind of a niche thing, but I am really, really happy with it so far. I hope you guys like it. I know it's not quite exactly the kind of show you were looking for, maybe, as opposed to like another show about maybe reselling games. Making this show is not making the other show happen slower. It's actually just, I'm doing this in the meantime until the other show starts again so that there is content. And I also like doing it, so I hope you guys like watching it, because I really, really enjoy these adventures. And I can't wait to have brand new adventures in game chasing in 2019, where we will step up the game and start going into like actual like adventures. We'll try to leave the city, we'll try to do some fun things, just try to broaden our horizons when it comes to game chasing. And who knows, more guest stars, more fun things, and that's it. Oh, Macaulay! You're back with the beer. Good! So I'm gonna go have some beers with my good friend, former child actor and current actor, Macaulay Culkin. And then that's it. So I'll see you guys next time on another exciting adventures in game chasing. Yarr!